Chapter 31 of Innocencia, a story of the prairie regions of Brazil. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Innocencia, a story of the prairie regions of Brazil, by the Viscount of Taunay, translated by James William Wells. Epilogue. Meyer reappears. On the 18th of August 1863 there occurred in the ancient city of Magdeburg a great and important spectacle, and one that had long been expected by the scientific world of learned Germany. It was a solemn and extraordinary meeting of all the effective, honorary and corresponding members of the Entomological Society, attended also by numerous friends, learned savants and ladies, all of whom had been assembled together in order to give a public reception and a hearty welcome home to one of the most distinguished members of the Society, one of the most indefatigable investigators of the secrets of nature, an intrepid traveller who had been absent for years from his country, and who now returned from his many wanderings in the wilds of South America, where he had penetrated so far into the central regions that it had been impossible to follow his route even on the special maps and charts of the great collector Simon Schropp. Science appeared in full gala costume. All the members were in evening dress, and with many ladies in rich toilettes, they filled the vast saloon long before the hour of the meeting, listening meanwhile to the strains of a band discoursing the 26th sonata of Beethoven. Suddenly a loud and enthusiastic cheer rent the air. "Meyer! Meyer! Hoch, hoch, Meyer!" Necks were eagerly craned to catch the first glimpses of his arrival. Handkerchiefs and hats were enthusiastically waved, and cheer after cheer welcomed the appearance of Meyer. As soon as the noise of the reception had calmed down, the president of the society arose, a president thin as a spit and adorned with such flaming red hair that it gave him the aspect of an ember of fire. "Yes," he exclaimed, after swallowing a few drops of water to moisten his throat, "yes, here at last once more, safe in the midst of us, is the great and incomparable Wilhelm Tell Meyer." Then, in a long speech which lasted nearly 2 hours, and which was largely interlarded with most complimentary allusions to the prowess of the intrepid traveller, the speaker gave his auditors an outline of the course of the wanderings of, and the discoveries made by, their distinguished guest. On the following day, the newspapers of Magdeburg contained an extensive description of the festival and the speech of the president, and as an appendage to the biographical notes relating to Meyer, they enumerated the entomological prodigies that he had collected in his many peregrinations. "What is most worthy of admiration," said Die Zeit, "in all the immense collection that Dr. Meyer has gathered in his journeys, is without doubt a butterfly of a completely new genus and of a splendour beyond conception. It is the Papilio innocentia." Then followed a minute description, thoroughly German. The name, added the paper, given by the eminent naturalist to that superb specimen, was in graceful homage to the beauty of a maiden of the deserts of the province of Mato Grosso, Brazil. A creature, according to the account of Dr. Meyer, of most enchanting loveliness. It is therefore seen that savants also have sensitive hearts, and sometimes can utilize science as a means to demonstrate sentiments which they are not generally supposed to possess. Innocencia, poor girl! Alas! A few months only after the death of Sereno, her graceful form was delivered to Mother Earth to sleep in the sertão of Santa Ana de Paranaíba, the last long sleep of eternity. End of chapter 31. Recording by Alan Mapstone. End of Innocencia, A Story of the Prairie Regions of Brazil by the Viscount of Taunay, translated by James William Wells.